You aspire to be financially independent, to not have to think about money ever again, to experience the world in most luxurious manner possible, to have a good life, as the saying goes. Dreams can come true. It's a fantasy for most people though. Social norms have led them to believe it is only possible to enjoy life and be wealthy after years of hard work. When they're over the age of 65, decided to retire, and starting to look a little older. When your life is about to come to an end, there's no sense in making plans to start having fun. That has never made sense to me. And that's the only option. You have the power to transform your thinking and begin creating the life you've always wanted right now, no matter your level of experience, even if you cannot literally afford to buy anything. As a young person, you can make a lot of money without becoming a Scrooge-like and without sacrificing your health. Make a game plan to get things moving in the right direction. What it implies to debt-free varies widely from person to person, like the features of our faces. Having a private island and Gulfstream jet may be all you need for some people, but others are content with a decent standard of living and no debt. Achieving financial independence is the first step toward achieving the lifestyle you desire. Be as objective as possible when describing your financial goals and the lifestyle you hope to achieve with them. Then, carry out an assessment of current financial situation. Be honest and accurate about it. By doing this, you'll be able to set personal milestone and figure out how much work you'll need to put in to get there. Finally, set smaller, more frequent milestones and goals to keep you on track as you work toward your ultimate goal. Stop trading your cash. The traditional 50-hour work week for regular income may not be sufficient if you want to make a lot of money quickly. Even though it's not possible to make money working to a 9-to-5 job, the vast majority of financially successful individuals do not exchange their time for monetary gain. Your employer might want you enough to start giving you a pay increase. Even though you work more than 40 hours per week and give up Saturdays and Sundays, you work for a few more years before you can finally retire and enjoy all the savings you've accumulated. The limitation of this approach is that your earnings potential is constrained, namely by the length of time you have available. There are 24 hours per day, but much of that time is consumed by other introspective pursuits, having left only with approximately 10 hours to exchange for money. For all practical purposes, time is a precious resource we have. As a result, if you trade your time for money, you'll always have a limited income. To put it another way, how do you avoid wasting this most valuable thing of all resources? The first step is a shift in perspective. Instead of exchanging time for money, think about exchanging value for the money. What are some of your most valuable assets in terms of expertise, real understanding, and abilities? When your mindset changes, you'll be able to see all the possibilities out there now. Money is all around. It is not necessary to be the best in order to add value in others. Rather, it's enough to know what you'll do smarter than the rest. There are a variety of possibilities to make money with your special talents. As a freelancer, you can charge what you want for your services and work with whomever you want. If you want to establish yourself as an expert in your field, you can write an ebook, start a blog, offer a training program, or offer consulting services. Isn't it the greatest? Most methods can be automated, so you have more opportunities to enjoy sipping margaritas on a tropical beach. Your profits are still coming along simultaneously because you won't have to devote your entire time to selling. You'll have more chances to build other streams of passive income and accelerate the growth of your savings. Put money into yourself. You must prioritize your own development personally and professionally if you want to be a valuable member of society. This is one of the best investment options in your future. Compound interest accrues over time, increasing the value of your assets now. Day in and day out, strive to enhance yourself by letting go of negative behaviors and adapting new, more dynamic approaches. Developing skills and broaden your horizons by attending classes and attending workshops. Consequently, you'll be best ready to get pay rise or increase your service charge if you're self-employed. Self-enhancement should stretch to your physical well-being as well. Make sure you're getting enough sleep, eating well, and getting plenty of exercises. When you're unhealthy, you can't be wealthy. Putting money into your own development in order to become more productive, earn more money, and enjoy a higher standard of living. It has a direct impact on how you perceive yourself and the world around you. Number 4. Maintain a low standard of living. Living within your means is the connection that binds all of your personal finances next to each other, no matter how clinched. Therewithout, achieving financial independence is a fantasy. Just like driving with the wheels off, you won't be getting anywhere in this situation. Unfortunately, being saddled with credit cards and borrowing is a problem that many people face. You'll need to learn how to do this if you want to start accumulating wealth. This is one of the most difficult steps you'll have to take if you cannot perfect this traditional skill. Adjustments in your way of life, and the lack of impulsive purchases will be required in order to achieve this goal. Humans' desire for immediate satisfaction is at the heart of the issue. The answer is to keep an eye on the big picture, save money by cutting out frivolous spending, develop an understanding of the concept of delayed rewards, and prevent situations that cause you to reach for your wallets. Streamline your finances by removing irrelevant expenditures from your spending plan. Once you have an emergency fund, you'll be happy now and that you've increased your savings and prevent or minimize your debt. Number 5. Become adept at budgeting. Money management is all about keeping track of every dollar that enters and leaves your account. Plan out your spending, pay your bills on time, and save money with a well-thought-out budget. It also aids in prevention of unplanned expenditures by curbing spending on the spur of the moment. If you don't strictly adhere to your spending plan, it's no use to you. You can do this by monitoring every single cent that comes out of your wallet, and this will help you better understand your finances. The process is not always difficult or lengthy. It can be done with some apps. The amount of money you spend on such consumables may be higher than you expected when reviewing your monthly expense review. There is no ambiguity as to where your money ends up and what you need to cut back on. When you refine your finances, it becomes much easier to keep track of your money. In order to maintain the recording of your money and save even more, it is important to streamline your accounts, expenses, credit cards, liabilities, and so on. Centralize your financial records into a single regular savings or checking account with one or two financial institutions instead of having multiple accounts spread across the country. You'll save time, be able to bargain for cheaper rates, and have an overall picture of your finances with just one sign-on to the online banking tool when you consolidate your accounts. Logging into each and every account is unnecessary. Combine all of your debt if at all possible. Regular monitoring of one repayment rather than multiple loans and the risk of incurring late payment charges is much more convenient. You can use tools to simplify managing your finances after you reduce the number of accounts you have. Saving, making investments, paying the bills, and slew of other processes can be automated with a variety of apps. The time saved by automated processes can be used to focus on a higher return on investment activities like financial analysis. In addition, there are no concerns about forgetting a bill payment deadline. Invest and also save money. It doesn't matter what your financial situation is, you should always be saving money. Assuming that the revenue will rise at some point in the future is common blunder, and it never really turns up. Then, when life gives a curveball at them, they stumble and fall. Improving your earnings or reducing your expenses or doing both is better option if you can find spare money for savings. Just be frugal. There can be no doubt about it. This is extremely important. To make investments, you must at least have 6 months worth of daily living costs saved in an emergency fund. Once you invest your money and use it to benefit you, you'll get there quicker. There are of course good occasions to invest. However, because you lack the ability to predict the future, it's best to invest regardless of market conditions. Dollar cost averaging in the stock market is risk-reducing strategy. You can also safeguard yourself from unforeseen circumstances by diversifying your investment in the various assets, equities, P2P financing, money, fixed income financial assets and property investment should be included in your portfolio. It is unlikely that anyone of the industries will be severely harmed by a black swan incident of this magnitude. Loans should be avoided except if it's result in a higher income. Because you still pay to banks or other creditors, it is impossible to become financially independent. Aim to pay off your loans as fast as you can. To get out of debt, consider changing the behavior patterns that you got there in the beginning. Getting rid of credit cards and other high-interest consumers borrowing should be your first priority. Student home loans have lower interest rates than credit cards, and don't look back once you paid off a section of the debt. Even if you don't get out of debt very quickly, the sooner you start, the closer you get to financial freedom. So, that's all for now. There are no quick and easy ways to accumulate wealth. Action and self-control are necessary if you want to become financially secure and have enough money to play with. The more you do these 7 things, the faster you'll grow financially and the better off you'll be in the future. There you have it. Sincerely, if you enjoyed today's video, please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe and turn on notifications. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next video.